Okay, we are going to simplify radicals. Now, the first thing is, we're going to be dealing strictly with square roots. Although the principles that you learn with simplifying square roots are going to be able to be applied across all the different roots. I want to call your attention back to when we have the square root of any number a, this is equivalent to a to the 1/2 power. And we're going to use this idea in order to take care of any square root that we have. Because if you have a power inside the radical that is divisible by 2, then we can actually simplify it. Now, here's an example. Take the square root of 4. This is as basic as it gets. The square root of 4 is equal to the square root of 2 squared. Now, the idea that the radicand 2 is to the 2nd power, and we're going to take it to the 1/2 power, you can say 2 raised to the 2 power, and we're going to divide it by 2. We're going to take half of it, which is 2 to the 1st power, so our answer is 2. So we don't really get anything else inside the radical. We can start making this a little bit more complex. Say the square root of 8. Well, now we can't write the square root of 8 as a power of 2. But what we can say is, alright, this is really 4 times 2, which is the square root of 4 squared, excuse me, not 4 squared, 2 squared times 2, which is now going to be 2 to the 2 divided by 2 power times 2 to the 1/2 power, which is 2 times the square root of 2. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to do this. Don't do this. Leave it in the square root symbol. Only go for this part of it if you have a power of 2 inside. Now, another example, the square root of x to the 4th power. 4 is divisible by 2, so we can take x to the 4 divided by 2, which is x squared. So we can do all sorts of different combinations. Now we can go crazy. And all we have to do is be able to come up with something squared or something to the 4th power, something to a different power like that. For example, you could take the square root of, let's go with 54. X squared. Now, you can rewrite this. 54 is going to be 9 times 6 times x squared, which is really 3 squared times 6 times x squared. Now you take a look at all the powers. 3 to the 2nd power. Alright, we can write that as 3 to the 2nd power over 2. 6, well, I can't do anything with that, so that's stuck inside the square root symbol. And then we have x squared, which is